For a long time, the .357 Magnum sat in an awkward position in the firearms world. It wasn't the newest cartridge, it wasn't the most powerful, and for many shooters it was simply viewed as an old revolver round from another era. Some people said it was too much for beginners, while others claimed it wasn't enough for serious use. But something surprising is happening as we move into 2026. More shooters are buying .357 lever-action rifles, more hunters are carrying .357 carbines in the woods, and many first-time gun owners are choosing the .357 Magnum as their very first firearm. That trend has sparked a debate across the shooting community. Is the .357 Magnum actually making a comeback, or are shooters just rediscovering something that was quietly effective all along? Today we're breaking down why this classic cartridge is suddenly everywhere again. The .357 Magnum first appeared in 1935, and when it arrived it was nothing short of revolutionary. At the time it offered dramatically more power than the .38 Special, which had already been widely used by law enforcement. The new cartridge quickly earned a reputation for delivering stronger penetration, higher velocity, and far greater stopping power than most handgun rounds of its era. For decades, the .357 Magnum became one of the most respected defensive cartridges ever created, trusted by police officers, outdoorsmen, and shooters who needed a reliable and powerful sidearm. However, as firearms technology evolved, new cartridges began to take the spotlight. The rise of high-capacity semi-automatic pistols pushed the 9mm into global dominance, while larger revolver cartridges such as the .44 Magnum became famous for handgun hunting. Gradually, the .357 Magnum faded from the center of attention, yet it never truly disappeared. Instead, it quietly remained one of the most balanced handgun cartridges ever designed, and today many shooters are rediscovering exactly why that balance still matters. One of the biggest reasons the .357 Magnum is gaining attention again comes down to balance. It sits in a unique position between raw power and practical control. Compared with smaller handgun cartridges such as the .380A CP or even the 9mm, the .357 Magnum delivers noticeably more energy and stronger terminal performance. Yet when compared with larger Magnum revolver rounds like the .44 Magnum, the recoil remains far more manageable for most shooters. That balance makes a real difference. A cartridge that provides solid power while still remaining controllable allows shooters to practice longer and develop better shooting fundamentals. New shooters in particular benefit from that combination because they can build confidence without being overwhelmed by excessive recoil. Interestingly, when the same cartridge is fired from a carbine or lever-action rifle, recoil becomes even lighter and easier to control, which leads directly into the next reason why the .357 Magnum is quietly becoming popular again. Over the past few years, something interesting has been happening in the firearms world: the return of the lever-action rifle. What was once considered a classic or even outdated design has suddenly become popular again. Shooters are rediscovering the appeal of compact, lightweight carbines that are simple, reliable, and enjoyable to shoot. Lever guns are easy to carry through the woods, quick to handle on the range, and mechanically satisfying to operate. Many of these modern lever-action rifles are chambered in pistol calibers, and among those options, the .357 Magnum stands out as one of the most practical choices. The reason is simple. When the .357 Magnum is fired from a longer rifle barrel, its performance changes dramatically. The additional barrel length allows the powder to burn more efficiently, increasing velocity and energy. In many cases, a .357 fired from a carbine can produce nearly double the energy it generates from a handgun, making it far more capable for hunting and field use. Another major reason the .357 Magnum continues to gain attention is its remarkable versatility. Unlike many cartridges that are limited to a single type of ammunition, the .357 Magnum offers shooters the ability to use two different loads in the same firearm. A revolver or rifle chambered for .357 Magnum can also safely fire .38 Special. That simple capability gives shooters a great deal of flexibility. For practice sessions or casual range time, .38 Special provides lighter recoil and a much lower cost per round, making it easier to shoot for longer periods without fatigue. When more power is needed, such as for personal defense or hunting, full .357 Magnum loads deliver a significant increase in velocity and energy. Very few cartridges offer this kind of range and performance. For many new gun owners, that flexibility makes the .357 especially attractive because a single firearm can serve multiple roles with just a change of ammunition. When people think about hunting cartridges, they often imagine powerful rifle calibers designed for long distances and large game. However, the reality of many hunting environments tells a different story. In thick woods, brush country, or dense forest, shots are often much closer than people expect. In those conditions, the .357 Magnum, especially when fired from a carbine, can be surprisingly effective. Within practical distances, usually inside about 100 yards, the cartridge has more than enough capability for a variety of game. White-tailed deer, feral hogs, coyotes, and even small game can all be taken cleanly with the right load and careful shot placement. Modern bullet technology has also improved the performance of the cartridge significantly. Today's hunting bullets offer controlled expansion and deeper penetration, making the .357 far more reliable than many shooters assume. For hunters who value lightweight rifles and quick handling in tight terrain, a .357 Magnum carbine can be a very practical and effective choice. Another factor driving the renewed interest in the .357 Magnum is recoil management, which plays a major role in real-world shooting performance. Heavy recoil can quickly become a problem, especially during longer practice sessions. When shooters anticipate strong recoil, they often begin to flinch. That flinch changes trigger control, disrupts sight alignment, and ultimately leads to poor shot placement. In hunting or defensive situations, poor shot placement can easily turn into missed opportunities. The .357 Magnum offers a useful middle ground. When fired from a handgun, the recoil is noticeable but still manageable for most shooters with proper technique. When fired from a carbine or lever-action rifle, however, the recoil becomes extremely mild. This allows shooters to remain relaxed behind the gun, maintain consistent fundamentals, and focus on accuracy rather than controlling excessive kick. And in practical shooting situations, accuracy and shot placement will always matter, more than raw power alone. Another practical reason behind the growing popularity of the .357 Magnum is ammunition availability and long-term affordability. The cartridge has been in continuous production for many decades, which means manufacturers produce a wide variety of loads for different purposes. Shooters can easily find target ammunition for practice, defensive loads designed for personal protection, and specialized hunting rounds built for deeper penetration and reliable expansion. This wide selection makes it easier for shooters to choose ammunition that fits their specific needs. The advantage becomes even greater because many firearms chambered in .357 Magnum can also safely fire .38 Special. That effectively doubles the range of ammunition options available to the shooter. During times when ammunition markets become unstable or certain calibers are harder to find, this flexibility becomes extremely valuable. Having access to two compatible cartridges helps ensure that shooters can continue training, practicing, and using their firearm without interruption. Modern firearms technology has advanced incredibly fast over the past decade. Today's shooting world is filled with high-powered optics, suppressors, precision rifle systems, and rifles built specifically for extreme long-range performance. These tools are impressive, and they push the limits of what modern firearms can achieve. However, something interesting is happening at the same time. Many shooters are starting to rediscover the appeal of simpler firearms. Lever-action rifles, classic revolvers, and lightweight carbines offer a different kind of experience. They are easy to operate, quick to handle, and far easier to maintain than complex precision setups. There is a certain reliability and mechanical simplicity that many shooters find refreshing. In that environment, the .357 Magnum fits perfectly. It works exceptionally well in both revolvers and lever-action carbines, providing a platform that is straightforward, dependable, and versatile. Instead of chasing extreme performance numbers, many shooters are simply looking for a firearm that works well, is easy to live with, and remains enjoyable to shoot over the long term. So why is the .357 Magnum suddenly becoming such a popular choice again as we move into 2026? When you look closely, the answer comes down to a combination of practical advantages. First, there is balance. The cartridge delivers meaningful power while still remaining controllable for most shooters. Then there is versatility. Few cartridges allow shooters to switch between lighter .38 special loads for training and full-power .357 Magnum rounds for defense or hunting. Recoil also plays a role because the cartridge remains manageable in handguns and extremely comfortable when fired from carbines or lever-action rifles. Add in affordable practice ammunition and the growing popularity of pistol-caliber carbines, and the picture becomes clear. The .357 Magnum may not be the newest cartridge on the market, but sometimes the designs that last the longest are the ones that simply work the best. Before we wrap up, I'd really like to hear your perspective on this. Do you currently own a firearm chambered in .357 Magnum? And if you do, which platform do you prefer using it in? Some shooters swear by the classic revolver for its simplicity and reliability, while others prefer the added control and performance of a lever-action rifle or carbine. Your experience might help other viewers who are considering this cartridge for the first time. Take a moment to share your thoughts down in the comments and let everyone know how you use the .357 Magnum. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more content like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us keep making deeper dives into firearms, cartridges, and real-world performance. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.